continuing our quotes celebrating our new book. Austin Phelps, an American theologian, said, "Wear the old coat, buy the new book." Okay. The children in our congregation sometimes come on a field trip during Learning Center to the sanctuary to become familiar with all its components. And sometimes when I open the ark, they ask me, "Rabbi Z, why do we have so many Torahs?" And I share with them the practical reasons you might want more than one Torah. For example, this morning, since we had readings in 2 different places, it was nice not to have to roll one Torah. But then I tell them something else which I think is more important. I say we actually have hundreds of Torahs in our synagogue. And what I say is there are Torahs in the ark, but we have Torah inside us too. And each of us has a piece of God's wisdom to teach one another. My answer is based on a teaching of Rav Kook, who was the chief rabbi of Israel in the early 20th century. He didn't say it about the Torah, but he said it about the lamp in the tabernacle. He points out that this 7-branched menorah represents wisdom. It makes sense that light represents knowledge, wisdom. And he says they could have constructed the lamp to have one big light. But that wasn't what God asked for. God asked for the light to be diversified to symbolize that God's wisdom manifests in many different ways. Now, the text also tells us in verse 22, Kula mikushe achat zahav tahor. The whole of it was a single hammered piece of gold. So while there are many manifestations of lamps, 7 branches, they all come from one source. The tabernacle and its vessels represent the world. The lamp shone light from 7 different branches, just like human wisdom illuminates the world from many sources. Pirkei Avot teaches who is wise, the one who learns from every person. So that's how I answer the children when they say, "Why do we need so many Torahs?" Now, of course, the next logical question that the children ask me is, what happens if the eternal light in the sanctuary goes out? I'm honest with them. I say, Tom replaces the light bulb. And for some of them, it's like telling them there's no tooth fairy. But then I point out that the light is eternal, not because it never sputters, but because when it sputters, we help each other relight it. So thank God that we have so many people in our community with light to share with one another, because the world would be darker without you.